Krieger's Pub in Toledo, Ohio is a great local bar where friends gather. You may be a stranger the first time you walk in, but you certainly won't be after your first visit. The 10 p.m. curfew is hurting their business and staff tremendously, and being about a mile from the Michigan border, they are seeing massive crowds leaving Ohio to pack the Michigan bars at 10 p.m. Governor DeWine and the Ohio Liquor Control Commission gave absolutely no forethought to the destruction that is now happening from this senseless curfew that is only hurting small businesses like Krieger's Pub and not accomplishing the social distancing that was intended. Hello everyone, this is Aaron from Ohio Bar Hop. I am in Toledo, Ohio today, and we are at Krieger's Pub. Sat down with the owners today, Fred and Tina. They are another example of bar owners that are really suffering right now because of the 10 p.m. curfew. They have done everything in their power to keep their staffs employed right now, just like all the other bars that I have talked to. But really right now they are barely breaking even and having a difficult time keeping the bar going right now because of the and what I keep hearing from bar owners is that they're doing everything they possibly can right now to follow the rules, but are being punished because of a few bars that might be out there that are breaking the rules and are not doing what they're supposed to be doing right now. Most of us in the bar industry really feel right now that we need to be lifted from this restriction because it's punishing everyone for the actions of just a few people. Sat down with Fred today and talked to him about what's going on with his business, and I really want you to listen to what is happening up here right next to the border of Michigan very closely, because this is a very unique situation up here being close to the border, because a lot of people are actually leaving Ohio at 10 o'clock and going other places now. So let's go inside and talk to Fred. We are here today with Fred. He's the owner of Krieger's Pub. How are you doing today?
Co-owner. Doing good.
Co-owner, that's right. Your wife is an owner as well.
That's right.
How are you doing today?
Doing great.
Good. Well, thanks for inviting us out here today. You've got a really nice bar here.
Thanks.
Lovely to see this place. Can you tell me what's happening with your bar right now with the 10 p.m. closure and how this is affecting you guys?
Well, not only is it affecting us financially, because 10 o'clock to 2:30 is usually the busiest time in any bar. It's the time when you make most of your money. It affects our employees. We've had to move our shifts around because the hours have been cut down. We haven't had to get rid of anybody yet, but we've had to cut the hours down on some of them to make it even for all of them. The financial end of it is big, real big. It's a 30-40% drop, and not many businesses can sustain that for very long. We've already been out of our pocket for the first 9 weeks that we were shut down, and we don't want to be out of our pocket anymore if possible. We've got a business loan that we took out that we're going to have to be paying on shortly, and we have to have money for that also. And to keep going with the way we are, there has to be something else done because this is not working.
We're very close to the Michigan border here. You said less than a mile away from the Michigan border. What's happening at 10 o'clock up here in Toledo?
At 10 o'clock, there's an exodus out of Toledo up to Michigan. And those bars up there are taking basically all of our business up there, and they're packed up there, every one of them. Our customers come in and tell us about it. The owners tell us about it, and there's no doubt about it. It's the same thing that happened when we had the smoking ban. Everybody was running up to Michigan because they could smoke up there. Well, now everybody's running up there because they can drink after 10 o'clock. So it's killing us. There's no doubt about it.
One of the governor's biggest arguments about the 10 o'clock closure is that he's afraid that people are over drinking and the social distancing guidelines aren't going to be able to be followed. What do you think about that?
Well, like I was telling you earlier, when they first did the social distancing, we had to go from 95 to 46. That's all the chairs that we could get in this place and still social distance. We still couldn't get any more than 46 people in here at 11 o'clock than we could at 6 o'clock because you can't stand and drink, you have to wear a mask. So it's the same at 6 o'clock it would be at 12 o'clock, and I just don't buy that argument at all.
Do you think that your staff can handle the social distancing aspect of it past 10 o'clock? Does that still work?
They've done a wonderful job with that. There's no problem whatsoever. None whatsoever. When we get 46 people in here, that's it. The door gets locked until people leave. Then we'll let more people in.
And what happens when you have a customer that maybe overdrinks a little bit and is forgetting the rules and stuff like that. Do you think you can handle that after 10 o'clock still?
We've been handling that for 20 years. People over drinking and not paying attention to the rules. Yes, our staff is very, very good at that.
Now, you said you're looking at like a 30 to 40% loss.
Easy.
And you said you haven't gotten your statement back from this last month, but
I'm afraid to.
are you expecting a profit from this last month, or
There will be no profit. I guarantee that.
so you think you're going to be having to dig into your own pocket?
Absolutely.
So this is clearly something that is going to be hurting your business. You can't forever keep going out of your own pocket.
No, we can't.
How long do you think you can sustain operations as is if things don't change?
As long as I can keep her working.
3 to 4 months.
And she needs a new knee, so what's that tell you? On a serious note, I don't know, to be honest with you. It depends on how bad the losses are.
Right.
But you just have to wait and see.
And you guys do a lot for your community. You said you've done benefits here before, things like that.
Many, many benefits.
And on the holidays, you guys like to do something special for everyone in the community too. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do on the holidays?
Always on the holidays, we have a meal in here, a holiday meal, whatever it happens to be, whether it be Easter or Christmas or Thanksgiving. And we always have a big meal in here for the people that don't have places to go. And there's a lot more of them than you think that don't have families or any place to go, so they come in here and have a meal. And during the week, we do the same thing. We always bring food in here for people to share. But we haven't been able to do that, obviously, because of the COVID.
I think we're an easy scapegoat right now for
I agree.
the public image of bars being a problem. What would you have to say to people that are afraid of the bars and restaurant industry right now about coming out to a bar and what we're doing as an industry to protect people?
There's not a person in here that's afraid to come in here. This is a social club. You don't come in here just to drink. You come in here to see your friends. You come in here to unwind. You come in here to have some laughs. That's what we need during a time like right now. If anything, we are essential. This should be happening all over the state of Ohio.
I happen to agree with you on that one for sure. Now, you've got 5 staff members right now.
Correct.
Which is down from the normal to 6, 7 that you said you normally have.
That's correct.
You're running shorter shifts because of that.
That's correct.
Which is, I'm sure it's hurting your staff members.
Absolutely.
And you said you have one staff member that's really especially getting hurt right now. Can you tell me a little bit about what's happening with that staff member?
Well, she only gets about 2.5 hours of business versus her normal all-night business. And I can't even imagine how much she's not making. You know, we pay good here. We do that, but she couldn't live on what we pay her. The tips is where it's all the money's at. And with not having any business here from 10 o'clock to 2:30 in the morning, her tips are way down. And hopefully we'll have her here in another month. I don't know. She's too good to lose.
It's hard to lose good staff members like that for sure.
Yeah.
So if you had something that you wanted to tell directly to Governor DeWine, remember we are on camera here too. If you had something you wanted to tell the governor or the legislature right now that could help our industry, what would you want to tell them?
I'd say rescind this 10 o'clock shutdown. I mean, use some common sense here. Like you said, if you can stand in line at Walmart or you can stand in line any other place or do your social distancing in places like that, you can do it here too. There's no problem with that. You know, all the bars that I know around town, 99% of them are doing exactly what we do. We clean like idiots around here. We make sure everybody's social distancing. We wear our mask. We remind them if we forget, and people do forget. And we're all following what we're supposed to. But this last shutdown is a deal breaker. It's going to cut the legs out from the bar business and the restaurant business.
And you said the majority of the bars around you that you know are following the rules, but there are a few examples out there of people that are not. Bars that are packing people in and not doing what they're supposed to.
Yes.
What do you think should happen to those bars? You know, instead of punishing us all, what do you think we should be doing?
They ought to be visited by the Ohio Task Force and not punishing all the other bars that are trying to conform to this. Like I said to you earlier, if you have 3 suspects in a murder, you don't put them all in jail because you know you're going to get the right one. You try to find out who the one committed the murder is. But I just feel we're all being punished for, you know, a very small majority of bars not following the rules.
I agree with you. Well, I did tell you earlier that House Bill 757 has been introduced to the House. I think we need to rally around that bill right now. We need to rally around that representative, and we need to push for that to get through.
Absolutely.
And we need to do that with a bipartisan effort to get a veto-proof majority to fix this.
Yeah.
So I know I'm going to be getting on the phones and emails. I'll be man of mine. I hope you do as well.
And we're going to be proactive here in Toledo for you too.
Good deal. Well, listen, I really appreciate you sitting down with me today. Appreciate you, your business here and everything you're doing. Looks like you guys are following all the rules and doing things the right way.
We do. We always have.
And I'm going to keep fighting this fight for us. And
we're going to try to help.
I appreciate it very much.
We're going to be right behind you.
We appreciate it. And we're just going to hope for better days ahead for us.
I hope so.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, folks. Just like we heard from Fred and Tina here, the 10 p.m. curfew is not working in Ohio. This is having unintended consequences. And whether the governor had good intentions for this or not, this is not working for Ohio at all. It's killing businesses, and it's not stopping people from social distancing. It's not working. It's not helping. People in Toledo right now are just leaving the state and going up north to Michigan to drink up there. There is absolutely no reason that we need to continue this 10 p.m. curfew. It has to stop. We do have legislative options right now to help this curfew end, and that is House Bill 757 that has just been introduced to the House. So you need to get on your phones and emails to your representatives here in the Ohio General Assembly and make sure that you are putting pressure on them to support this legislation. This is our lifeline that is going to save our industry right now, that has the potential to save our industry, and we have to get on board with this. So as always, folks, I am happy to advocate for our industry. I'm happy to be a advocate for the bar and restaurant industry. And if you are a service industry professional that is hurting right now because of these regulations, if you're a business owner or even a staff member, if you're hurting because of what's going on, I want to advocate on your behalf and I want to share your story. So give me a call on my direct line at 614-290-7375. You can message me right here on the Facebook page, or you can get a hold of me on email at ohiobarhop@gmail.com. Stay tuned, folks. I'm going to have lots more to come.